Good morning class, welcome to another session of biology, and we are going to proceed with the same chapter, sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Outbreeding devices is the main topic for today. The word, just try to understand the word outbreeding. That means breeding outside. When a flower is hermaphrodite or bisexual, both the organs are present, androecium as well as gynoecium. But in spite of this also, being bisexual also, the flower develops certain mechanism by which it avoids the self-pollination and encourages the cross-pollination. This is known as outbreeding. Outbreeding devices are basically those devices which help the plant to avoid self-pollination and encourage the cross-pollination. But why it is so? That why the plant needs to avoid self-pollination? Because continuous self-pollination in a plant, it causes inbreeding depression. In fact, we are talking about a flower right now. Bisexual flower, continuous self-pollination, if it is going to take place in a bisexual flower, then no genetic variations are going to come. So, eventually the offsprings will be formed, become unhealthy because the variations will not be introduced. Some recessive disease genes may reach and get expressed. Secondly, the yield also becomes less. So, outbreeding devices are required by the plant to avoid self-pollination in a flower. So, NCERT has given it in a jumbled form. All the material is being stuffed and compacted. So I am elaborating these topics because it is a very important topic and continuously being asked in the CBSE exams. So we will take point wise. You will not find these points in NCERT. Unique sexuality or diocism. Okay. Unique sexuality means like papaya, etc. They have male plant is different and female plant is different. So there is no case of self-pollination when male flowers and female flowers are just located on different plants. Then the self-pollination is definitely being avoided. Second, dichogamy. Dicho means there is no synchronization between the development of stigma and anther. How come? Like protogyny. When stigma matures earlier than the anther, then it is known as protogyny. And if anther gets mature first and stigma is not ready for pollination, then it is known as protoandry. Protoandry means when the male part, that means anther is matured first, and protogyny when the female part mature first. So the other one is immature, hence the pollination will not take place definitely. Self-pollination will be avoided in this case. So hercogamy. Hercogamy means hercogamy. There is a physical barrier between stigma and anther. So the same anther in a flower is not able to pollinate the stigma. That is known as hercogamy. Next is self-sterility. Self-sterility means some pollen grains of the same flower, or we can say the same plant, are not able to pollinate the stigma because stigma does not allow the pollen the stigma does not receive, is not receptive for the pollen. Okay, so stigma is not receptive for the pollen of the same flower. Hence, in this case, the same pollen is not going to pollinate the stigma, so the self-pollination will be avoided. Now, heterostyly. Heterostyly means like stigma and anther are located at different levels. Suppose the anther is long and extros and stigma is short. So how the pollination will take place? The pollen grains will be dispersed here. And if opposite, if the stigma is long and anthers are small. Then also, so in this case, stigma and anther are at different levels. Maybe anther will be long, then stigma can be short. Stigma can be long, anther can be short. In this case, the self-pollination is not going to happen. Fine. So these are the methods or the devices which are developed by a plant to avoid self-pollination and to encourage the cross-pollination. Now our second topic for today is pollen pistil interaction. How the pollen grain of same species reaches the stigma. Okay, and if some other species like this pollen grain, suppose it belongs to some other species and this is the same species one. So how the stigma becomes receptive for the pollen grain of same species and how it rejects the other pollen grains. See, the stigma is sticky in nature, it becomes receptive when it matures. So there is a chemical reaction between pollen and the surface of stigma. It takes place with the help of certain proteins, and when the match takes place, when the chemical reaction is completed, then only the stigma allows the pollen grain to germinate. When the pollen grain will germinate, it is going to form a pollen tube. Fine. It is going to form a pollen tube. This pollen tube just goes down in the style from the cavity of the style and at the base of the ovule where micropyle is there. Micropyle is a small pore which allows the entry of oxygen and other things in the ovule. So the pollen tube enters through micropyle. That day also I told you these synergids, they have some finger-like apparatus which are known as filiform apparatus. They guide the entry of the pollen tube and the pollen tube reaches the egg cell and here the fertilization takes place. Let me tell you one important thing, that pollen grain contains two male gametes. And in the next class we are going to discuss about the fertilization and what is the fate of these two male gametes. Fine. So in this way the pollen tube enters the egg cell and here the fusion and fertilization takes place. Then artificial hybridization. Artificial hybridization is being used frequently so that we can choose the plants. We can choose the female and the male plants. How come? Emasculation. The flower is bisexual. So the anthers, emasculation. Masculine is the male part. So we cut the anthers by the means of scissors, or we can treat it with some chemicals like alcohol, etc. to make them dead. Fine. So in this way, when we remove these stamens, then this is known as emasculation. Why we are removing it? So that the same stamens cannot pollinate the stigma. The pollen grain of our desire, what we want, we can bring and dust it on the stigma. So in this way this emasculation happens. And what is bagging? Now when this is now considered as a female parent, since we have removed the anthers, so we can bag it so that some unwanted pollen cannot come and contaminate our stigma. Thank you children. Bye.